story that we're focusing on this morning is that Reliance Jio has hiked their tariffs after 2.5 years by an average of around 20%. Bharti Airtel has also followed suit this morning, hiking across plans. Of course, Bharti is coming in for some profit-taking right now, but Reliance is really the star of the show in the last couple of days. Rima, what are the finer details? I know this was expected, but what are brokerages saying right now?
Well, for starters, as consumers, we need to get ready to pay more for our mobile bills because Reliance Jio yesterday announced a tariff hike for the first time in 2.5 years, and less than 24 hours later, Bharti in the morning has followed it up with a price increase. Now, Jio's tariff increase ranges from 12 to 25%. For Bharti Airtel, the tariff increase is between 10 to 20%. Yes, in terms of timings, much anticipated on expected lines. But for Bharti Airtel, I think it's slightly lower than what the street was anticipating. They would have hoped for a tariff increase, which is closer to that of Reliance Jio, a blended price increase of about 20%. So maybe that explains why Bharti Airtel is also a bit soft in today's trade. But you still have 5 days before this becomes effective because both these tariff increases are effective 3rd of July. Now, Jio taking the lead is read positively by the industry. Now, Kotak in its notes says the last 2 rounds of tariff increase were led by Vodafone Idea in December of 2019 and Bharti in December of 2021. But this time, it's Reliance Jio which is taking the lead. And unlike Bharti and Vodafone Idea, who've been very vocal about the need for an industry tariff repair, Reliance Jio has not been upfront about the need for an industry-wide tariff hike. So therefore, Reliance Jio taking the lead on raising tariffs is a sentiment positive for the entire industry. Now let's get to the numbers, right? How expensive are your bills going to be? Now, the entry-level plan, which is for the most price-sensitive customer, has seen a price increase of 22% for Reliance Jio, and for Bharti Airtel, it's an increase of 11%. So Bharti Airtel's minimum plan now stands at $199. For Reliance Jio, it's $189. But for some of the popular plans, and here we are using that 1.5 GB of data per day plan for illustrative purposes because telcos have so many plans. So for this 1.5 GB of data per day, Jio has hiked tariffs between 20 and 25%, while for Airtel, it's a hike of between 16 to 20%. But that said, Airtel plans are still at a premium to Reliance Jio. Whether it's the entry-level plan, where Airtel is at $199 and Jio is at $189, or for that 1.5 GB of data plan per day, Airtel is at $349, Reliance Jio is at $299 for a 3-month plan. Bharti Airtel is at $859 and Reliance Jio is at $799. There is also an increase in the post-paid plans for Bharti Airtel. Now, you can expect an improvement in the ARPUs, and that ARPU improvement will play out over the next 2 quarters. Just to put the numbers, now Jio's ARPUs have been stagnant for the last many quarters, hovering around 182 because there hasn't been that meaningful tariff increase. There you have it. For Bharti Airtel, the tariffs have been slowly inching up, but at 209, they're still short of their goal of hitting 300 rupees. In fact, the company has spoken about 300 rupee ARPU to ensure a financially healthy business model for telcos in India. So while hiking, tariffs, Bharti Airtel in its press release said that we've maintained that the ARPUs need to be upwards of 300 rupees to enable a financially healthy business model for telcos in India. Now, the stocks have done well. Bharti's up 45%. Bharti Hexacom is under pressure today, but significantly above its FPO price. Indus Stars has gotten re-rated. The stock is up, 90% since the beginning of the year, but brokerages are still bullish. Jefferies, post the tariff increase, has upped the target price on Reliance Industries to 3,580. Reliance Industries has an overweight call. Now, what next? All eyes will be on Vodafone Idea for a tariff increase, but I suspect they're not going to wait too long, right? Why wait when the 2 other players in the market have already gone ahead and announced?
Absolutely. It's just a matter of time, right, before Vodafone Idea goes ahead and hikes tariffs as well. So get ready, guys, to pay more for your phone bills after the move that has happened in the last 24 to 48 hours. But we spoke to a lot of experts to understand what